Now we jump to music. Theoretically, and I should test this real quick, theoretically we should be streaming right now. I have no frickin' clue one way or the other, but it's still worth at least seeing. It's Eggin time. Okay, so we are live. We exist. That's cool. Now I'll just do what I wanted to do here in the first place. Oh shoot, I don't have the chat set up. So if anyone does show up, I'm pretty sure I can get something set up here. Why are you being strange? Fortunately, I have no way of actually knowing if anybody exists here, but that's fine. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now I want to find... The first thing we want to do is try to find a specific little diddly I made one point. Not you. Not you, not you. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember where this thing was. There was once upon a time a very fun little theme of some kind. There's actually so many things in here I forgot, holy cow. The problem is I blow up my eardrums because they're all such different volumes. It's kind of insane. But hey, what are you gonna do? Sometimes that's just how it do be. Oh, let's see if we actually got a notification. No, it didn't. I don't know how this works. Theoretically, there's a stream happening, but it didn't work. It's probably for the best. I had to figure this out anyway. Not you. There was a very lovely... Not this, but it is nice too. There's so many patterns going on here. That's nice. That's so much faster. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna find it the easy way, unfortunately. There's also a question, it might not even be in this pattern, which would make things really difficult. That ain't it. Hello. Oh, whoa. That's weird sounding for sure. Why did it freeze? What the? I still actually, I really want to work with this one though. I forgot all about this. Did I ever make anything with this? I'm gonna export this just in case. I feel like I may have forgotten to. This is a fantastic little... You could definitely see this being very weird and creepy. Not really sure what's going on there. Yeah, don't need much. Just a little something. Because I mean, like, it's so quiet and it repeats really nicely. It was like so low effort too. I'm sure there's some scenario where that will fit. How does it loop? Yeah, pretty good. No, that'll be very fun. I have no clue if we already did something with that, but just in case, I don't want to forget that. Does this show up? No, it don't. That's okay. I'm just naming this. And I'm going to put this down here. And we'll try to keep that in mind for the future. What's this? Oh, I know what that is. Shush. Yeah, I might. So I'm basically just looking for a specific song that I distinctly remember making, and it's very like chill and quiet and not much is happening. And I was just like, this would be a great backing song. And actually, I think I remember I never did anything with it because I wanted to add more to it. But I think in hindsight, I'm like, that really doesn't need any more added to it. It's great alone. So now the problem is I have to go back and find that. And just for context, like, this is what this project looks like. There's so much. There's so much in here. Not even all patterns are being used. This is the problem of like drawing board stuff. I have so many ideas that I never finish. I'm starting to realize like half my songs probably could literally just be like released without a problem. But for some reason, I always feel like I have to put in more time into it. I gotta do something about that because I am wasting a lot of time with this when it comes down to it. But I still want to try to find that because, yeah, I think it could be very nice. Only if I can find it, though. First of all, let's zoom out here, though, because I think I might be able to have an easier time telling what I'm looking at if I just see that. Fascinating. That's an old song. I remember that one. Yeah, maybe not. Looking through all these, I'm like, actually, I can't tell. Yeah, there's that one. I had to think in my brain. That's pretty nice. It's a little too fast right now, but that's okay. Could fix that. I got loud fast. Yeah, this is the danger of moving through so many different patterns. Close. It's a nice starter. Wouldn't be any of these. This is almost certainly a stupid waste of time, but hey, let's just go for it. Maybe maybe not. I mean, honestly, like, if I'm correct, then that might be a nice extra little song that just gets added. Because I know it's good. And Lord knows I could use some more songs at this point. Start sprinkling them in. No effort needed. Training stuff, I remember this song. Oh yeah, that was very interesting. I should do a stream where I just go through some of these tracks, honestly. That'd be pretty fun. A lot of these are legitimately good. But just unfinished. Oh yeah, remember the main theme? That's also not really finished, but hey, we got a lot of time to go with that one. Oh no, yeah, this isn't it. It's close, but... See, the worst possible case here would be that it's not actually in this one. I'll have to go to another. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna go to another entire project. No, it's not any of these. Nah, it's not that one. That one's also not that good either. I should also go through and just delete the ones that suck. There's a lot of things I should do, but, you know, realistically, let's be honest, I'm never going to. That's just how it goes sometimes. Oh, yeah. Some of these, too, I'm just like, this is me, like, copying something else I've heard to try to get an idea of how they made that sound. Which is, like, a little dangerous because, like, I do remember most of these, but there's always a chance that, like, I could forget. And it's like, congratulations, I stole this, and then a year later I forgot that I stole it, and I'm like, oh, wow, I wrote this. So, yeah. It's like, maybe be a bit more careful with that. But hey, pretty damn sure all these usually have very clear names to them, thankfully. Sometimes I have that sort of existential crisis from like, is this mine? Or am I 100% sure? It sounds so good. Are you really sure? Of course, sometimes the fastest way is to just publish it and have someone call you out, because then it's like, okay, now you know for a fact. It's like, you know, I will never find it, but I'm sure somebody on the internet will. They'll hear two songs and be like, are these the same? By the way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Great. That is terrible. It's fine. It's terrible. Who knows? It's both. Let's try out In the Rain. There's a song I have to find. Yeah, I don't even care if this becomes the thing I do this stream. That'd be absurd. But let's just pretend. You know. I hope that wouldn't be it. But you know, if it was, that's fine. That's whatever. I don't care. Maybe I can try to play it a little bit, though. Oh, nope, right, because this is loading now. Great, thanks. Guess I can just chill. So, I have to check out what's going wrong with that stream reminder. I'm supposed to have something that sends notifications in the Discord, but it just didn't, and now there's just no notification. And I'm not going to post anything because this stream is going to be shit. But in the future, it should be something that actually happens, right? Stream and it like tells people, because otherwise, how does anyone know? You know, probably should have maybe I should have made this something like it's fine to make it public, I guess, but it's possible that maybe these should have been like all, I was doing a couple of, what do you call them? Unlisted streams to test stuff. wondering maybe I should have kept doing that because I'm still kind of figuring all this out now. Wow, that's loud. Okay, chill. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I distinctly remember all this stuff. Yeah, I remember how much there was here. Nah, that's not it. That's definitely not it. This is good. I like that. That sounds nice, but none of that has anything to do with any of that. So, well, I mean, in the worst possible case scenario, I might have to just write it. So it's not in the rain. It might be in Cathedral. If it's not in Cathedral, then I don't know what other projects I've worked on recently where it would be. I suppose I could go check and see if maybe I just saved it as like an actual pattern already, and maybe I don't even need to do this whole kit and caboodle, but I don't know if I ever did save it. I'm not sure. What's this? Oh, yeah. Very nice. This ain't it, but I like this. I don't remember this. Fun. I like that one. Oh, whoa. We've got a lot of stuff going on here because this is the full cathedral setup. Oh boy, there was a lot. Not finding it. Okay, so last chance is pretty much let's go search in our scores history. If I can't find it, I think I'll just give up on this one for now. I'll have to go searching for it on my own time. This has gone on far long enough. The only reason I'm doing this is just because I know no one's actually here, because otherwise this would be such a waste of time. It'd be absurd. Yeah, it would. Projects? Yeah, that's right. Projects. Studio. Scores, that's right. Okay. Now we can jump into here. Now I could go through and search for... Oh, you can't even see this. That makes it extra fun, doesn't it? You have no clue what's even going on. Whoa. Yeah, not that one. Still good, but definitely not it. Okay, I need you to shut up with this, sustain. I get it. I get what's happening here. That's nice. Well, try some harmonies maybe. Whoa, this is it. What is with this restretching thing? We have some direction here. I guess this is it. Well, I am a little... It's not quite as good as I remember, but also because I'm just like piecing it together as I go. Well, I couldn't find the original, unfortunately, but I did at least find like the bones. I could use that in the future. That's kind of nice. But it's kind of it's nice to like, I don't know. It makes it it's a good loop, I guess, right? Kind of just throw that in the into the abyss of any stream, and that might be a nice backing something or other. Let's try pizzicato though. What if we do that instead? Throw this up here. And then down here would be... we'd go for that. I wonder if this will fit better in violas. Tone that down just a bit, a little loud. I'll do something with that eventually. Anyway, so that is, you know, definitely not what I was supposed to be doing today, but, you know, can't help it sometimes. If I jump over here, what I actually need to do, jump onto this place, There's a handful of different things, but I think first of all, what we're going to work on is probably trying to nail down some of the bugs that still exist for window scaling and the like. Specifically, we have a new clicker system that I'm trying to implement for other things, so we're going to start working towards that for this. When it comes to clickers, clicker functions, we have a interesting new extension. I forget the name that I used for this, but basically we have a place where we have all of our collision code instead of recreating collision code everywhere we go, because that is a pain. And as long as we have these inserted, then hopefully we'd be able to delete all of this stuff as we go. So now we have to actually decide how we're going to make this work, though. First I have to figure out what stuff is already taken care of by this. So we go into step. I do believe we already have. So let's start from the beginning. Mouse enter would be the first thing, right? We set hand point right away. The event type on, so we don't need this. We then play the sound effect, so we also don't need this. Hovering equals true. We could remove this as we go. No longer going to need this stuff anymore. From here, we've got a bunch of checks going on to see if things are like properly working as they should. But like that should already be happening here. I have to figure out now. I've got to play the game figuring out what actually does carry over. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to take all these and put them in a text file over here. Theoretically, hovering is over here too. Let's put hovering equals false for now. So we just make sure that this doesn't exist anymore. And for now, this basically just means that everything, we have no mouse enter code. So for the default interactable, that's just reality now. Some of these have their own unique stuff going on too, so that'll be fun. But what is there that like properly extends this? Do we know? Because item interactable is its own thing. Combat interactable is it's definitely its own thing, but it does extend, so we can work with that. That's a good step. So combat would be where we would test this, I think. Unit interactable. Nope. Nope, that definitely has its... Definitely does not have the same stuff going on. Puzzles? Puzzle pieces? So this inherits. Okay, that's helpful. And then what about the switches and lights? Buttons. This inherits. Sounds good. So the puzzles then, that's how we test this. All right. So I'm gonna take this bit by bit first. All right, so we're searching if the interactable is visible. These were our 3 checks. If not interactable, visible, which is a helpful thing, by the way. So I don't want to lose that. But also, this isn't going to work if this is not... I don't like doing it this way, but for now, I think this will be good. Let's say more elegant system. Okay. If object is ancestor, linked object, this is the object we're testing for, the parent being, in this case, interactable. Cool. That's true. Then we want to test this. And then for now, we just need an else. But, well, we don't have to, we can do it now. And so what this does is it just says elements have to check for this, and instances have to check for this. This is correct, right? It's turning blue, so that's good. It's right here, duh. So if this is the case, then things are bad. Uh-oh. Now we gotta check for these other 2 things too. Well, if the camera is dragging, that's no good. The map has to also be enabled. It's gotta be active, so that's an important distinction. I think we can do something with that. I think we can do something with that. We'll have a new enable level called map. Only when visible and only in map. So this system basically replaces the old code that every object would basically have their own rules, and now is hopefully trying to make sure that we just have a simple groups that we use, and so we have very extendable code instead. And in this case, now I want them to basically be set up, so hopefully they can extend off of this exact same code. And they need to only work on the map, so I need this additional check here. If enable level is equal to map, then we care if game is paused. That should already be a check, yeah? We already got that check going on here. So right now, all we're doing is we're just trying to see. We're just basically getting rid of things one by one as we go down the list. So if they're off, we always return false. We always just give up immediately. We're like, yo, you're off. We don't bother with that guy. If it's on though, then we don't have to do any checks. We don't care what's going on. The game could be paused, but if it's on, it's always on. Then if we have map, what we should want to do instead, that's when we actually check, and not map active. So if our enable level is map, we'll just throw in one more check that gives up if the map isn't active. So now all interactables that are built this way will not show, well, they won't activate unless you specifically are within the working map of the game. Okay, so now we have one last thing, making sure the current layer is equal to the original layer. This one, I swear it did not need to have this, but I never removed it, so clearly I was wrong about that. That's something specific to layered objects. I won't get into that, there's no need. So anyway, we go through these things, check if they're visible, then we check if the camera's dragging. We shut things off if that's the case, so we don't keep hitting stuff while we drag. Then we check pop-ups and pauses, and finally, I mean that should probably be the last one. So I guess, I don't know. I think I just won't put this one in for now. We'll see what happens. But that's already one big step forward. So okay, mouse enter, left pressed. Oh geez, yeah. Not interactable visible. This will still trigger. So okay, so then this is an important note. This should still run even if map isn't active. That's interesting. That's something we'll need to add. All this stuff will happen because this would be the equivalent of the, event off function. So we already would set it to default. So this is already taken care of. This is the exact same if statement that we had before. So we'll put that over here. I'm gonna put a note that just says, make sure to check this. We'll leave that there. Okay, and then I guess to make things easier, I'll put this over in my text file too, so I have all my stuff in one spot. And then you can't see it, haha. All right. These two can go thrown over to there as needed. And I don't want to delete them just yet. I think it's too early for that. I have no clue if this will work or not. Because this goes into a lot of code, so unfortunately, there's quite a bit of double checking we'll have to do here. We've got left release, which is a variable I'd like to remove if possible, for again similar reasons. It just makes things complicated. This is the thing, right? Like this is its own state machine with a bunch of variables. We have left released, we have left press, we have hovering, and And this is great, this works for this thing, but then another system had an actual state machine, and then another system had different variables. So if we could just have a simple universal system that works for literally everything, that's what this is supposed to be. And then I can just say, I think I literally have something that just sets up clicker. I should have something like this. Maybe not. Ooh. Now I'm confused. What happens when you do event type event.click? Execute. Oh, that's right. I think I literally just add event. That's the thing, because it's event type, so it's just part of the event system. So I can literally just say click, and then I can do whatever I want. So that's pretty good. But until then, because the step event, we already have a check for this. Oh, I have an idea. On that note, add event. So if we do this, event type click, we will make a function that just says this. Boom. Left pressed is equal to true now, right? And then we can also do something like left released is equal to false, maybe? I'm not sure. So then we'll do these 3 checks automatically. And then we'll do this check. Don't need these anymore. Disable camera panning. That's another interesting one. For now, we'll just go ahead and throw that in there, right? So then this basically should, emphasis on should, take the space of everything we did in here beforehand. And so we could do something similar with mouse enter, event type hover. This is where we set hovering equals true. And then event type off, or actually event type release. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Actually, I think click might be the release, right? Because I found that felt much better in gameplay pretty much all the time. So none, and then we go to on. That's when you first hover. Then when you're actually just hovering, you press. Okay, that's it. Then you hold, then you click. Probably a bad terminology at this point, but it's too late. So left, and so then this is where we've swapped these two. Left released is true, left press is false. Maybe it'd be better to do it here though, I'm not sure. So eventually I want to remove some of these, but, you know. Mouse enter over here. So yeah, in mouse leave, that would be off event actually. And what was all the different things we did? All we do is just set hovering to false. That was the only thing we did. Makes sense. Just mouse is no longer hovering, and then this one I'm pretty sure same thing. It was just literally just press a bunch of stuff. Hovering, and then the other fun things that usually happen. Left pressed. And then over here. On left release. Left press is equal to false. Left release is true. If not left press, now that's interesting. If not left press, don't do anything. Interesting. So this basically says if you're releasing over, then this is no good. I don't think that's necessary anymore. I'm pretty sure that that's no longer necessary. I think we already handled that, but it is still interesting. Another layer check. Once again, we don't do that for anything else here. Seems unnecessary, but we could throw that in for interactables specifically if need be. All that other stuff is checked for though. Okay. That might Do it. Why am I freezing? Okay. Now we'll do one last check. I'd like to see these trigger whenever they do. Hopefully, that should help a little bit. All right, so first step is, let's hope we don't crash. Second step is, this works as intended. All right. I need to set this up. No, you can see it. Okay, cool. So if we go here and we do some stuff and we talk, some point. All right. So this no longer works. That's interesting, right? So that's already first step of like, okay, we haven't crashed or anything like that. That's not so bad. I have to deal with something like this. There's a small little clickable thing there. Ain't that weird? Okay, so far, all we know is that this just doesn't work, right? But it's not like a crash or anything like that. It's nothing crazy buggy. It just doesn't seem to have any collision. Same thing with these guys. Okay, so this is just a general problem. That's not so bad. We didn't get any setup here either. Clicker step. We know the clickers are added. That's the first step. So we at least know these exist. Next step is now we have to just trace through. Clickers being run. We go into the step. Static step, here we are. I guess this will be the first check, right? Here. If we see here show up, then we know that something went wrong. Because that means the clicker did not get through clicker enabled, which means then we can check there instead. So that's a bad place to put that, I guess. My bad. Yikes. Look at how many years there are. Holy cow. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Oh, howdy. I gotta get this chat up. I just now noticed that you posted something, Jacob. Fortunately, I don't have the greatest setup quite yet, so it's hard to see stuff. Yeah, it looks wild. You know, some things aren't as bad as they look. Other things are much worse. That's just how it goes sometimes. Let's see. So yeah, we can't just put print here. That's not we're gonna get that for literally every object that has one of these things, and a lot of them do now. Instead, we need to do a double check and basically say, well, we can't do an event either because we're not even getting anything. So I would say let's go for just interactable, right? If object is answer inclusive, linked object, interactable. So basically we're just saying if you're an interactable at all, then print here. Hopefully that means most will skip, and I don't think interactables show up until that first map shows up. Let's see. Inventory. Okay, so now we've got here. I was not paying attention. Now I feel like a fool. If I quick load. Did it stop or is it still going? I don't actually know. Let's just try that one more time. I should have been paying attention from the beginning. Does it keep printing forever? Yes, it does. So that's still not helpful. Well, okay, here's a thought. Linked object, print linked object, and something that would be a qualifier for it. I'm just gonna do object get name for now, and then put in linked object. Oh wait, dot object index. There we go. This isn't gonna be perfect. I'd like something a bit more specific, but for now, maybe this gives me a concept of how many things we're actually tracking right now. A lot of things, all the skill nodes. Okay, that makes sense. I could see that, yeah. all the different skill nodes. That's why it's so massive. There's a lot of interactables, to be fair, yeah. They all exist secretly. They all count. Hey, this is gonna be a pain. Okay, how about item interactable? Let's shrink it down then, yeah? Maybe that's the problem. We just went way too huge. Jump on. So nothing's showing, so that's good. Now we've got something. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, all that to say, this just proves that the problem is we're not even getting through clicker enabled. So now we have to figure out why. I'm gonna put this in here instead. We're just gonna do an empty print statement. And now the next thing we do is we put a breakpoint here and we go into debug mode. So the fun part about this is that now we can step through line by line. Let me pull this up just a bit. Yeah. Okay. Now if I turn on the GameMaker debugger, I think you should be able to see that. Yes. So now we print something, but now we can see what's going wrong. Enable level is 2. That means we'd be at map, which means neither of these should pass. That's good. Now we can check if the map is active. And it fails immediately. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Let's just go. Okay. What do I do? Let's throw an extra bit of information there. So map active is, it hinges on the fact that your mouse has to actually be inside the map area. And the problem is if my mouse is not there, there's no possible way for me to get my mouse in the map area when we're frozen like that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that it doesn't freeze until the map is active. So now we can actually get an idea. Try again. Right, now we get down here. We don't have to immediately fail. We come down. Whoa. Step out. Wrong thing. We should be right here. If not that, return false. We're fine, though. Camera's not dragging. Pop-up controller. That should not happen, yeah. The game is not paused. Right. So far, so good. Ooh, I see the problem. Right here. Shoot, I forgot that, yeah, we assume visible is like the end-all be-all, and that's just not actually true. Well, this is ugly, but it's the fastest way I can think of solving this, because this is also true. Map basically falls in the same place. Ooh, I know. Let's swap these two. That'll do it. Oh wait, shoot. Pretty sure I can just do this, right? Because the reason why I have it set up this way is because, originally this whole enable system used to be an on-off system. So we had on, we had off. And I have off set to 0 and visible set to 1 because I wanted to mimic those old behaviors so I have good backwards compatibility. True and false still work properly. 0.5 makes me concerned. I'm going to leave this as 2 because I don't want to break that. I'm going to instead just go less than item menu. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to actually go for less than 10, which is a little bit specific. I don't like that a ton, but we'll make a macro for it. Visibility border. Enable visibility border. That is really, really hefty, but for now, that's what we'll just do. Is 10. All this is saying, basically, is that anything below this is a visible. Whoa, where's my hands? Visible. That just means that like these should be handled as though they can be, like these are menu systems and these are pause systems and they're on different layers, but the base layer is one where pretty much everything should be able to hide or disable it. If the game pauses for any reason, cutscenes happen, whatever, they should be disabled. Anything below 10 will count as that, and that's what we're just going to put here as a very long word because I can't think of anything shorter right now, but that should do it because that means that now it'll count for all three of these and any future things I add in there, and I have a feeling that that'll do it. So we'll just go ahead and run that. See what happens. Commented out these pieces. Okay, immediate glitch. What happened? Can turn off debugger for now. Skill node, interactable, click or step. We immediately jump into instance.click or step. Global script clicker functions, line 107. Right, X1 does not exist. That is true. That is a true statement. Yeah. We also need to do something about this too. For elements, this is fine. For these things, not so much. How did we determine? I guess it was just like... Yeah, this is what we did. It's weird, but that's just how that worked. I don't think we explicitly ever did that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that sets up. Okay, so now, whoa, same problem here. Where is color base after all? Ugh. It's right in here. This is where we do it. Okay. Well, considering that this is a specific thing for now, I don't think it'd be too ridiculous to just simply continue to use this shorthand for now. To do, elegant, more. Because yeah, all these things are very specific to elements, and I don't like having random if statements all over the place. I think maybe the better choice would just be to extend this functionality to all the different object types, perhaps. See what happens with that. Nice. Okay, well, it still doesn't work though. What's going on with that? How does it still not work? Oh, what? Weird. Should copy the to-do as well. I have a theory. Take these. Yeah, I mean, look at this, especially with all the copied code. No, I think there's something we can do to save this. I'm pretty sure we could do a lot to fix this. But again, the base amount is more important right now. What time is it anyway? 6. Well, I've been streaming for an hour. Besides, I'm still just testing some of the stuff anyway. Yeah. Maybe what we do for now is we just chill. I'll probably pick this up later. That's good enough, I think, for one day. And we'll just pick this up. Yeah, I'll probably have something else tomorrow, but you know, this is more experiential than anything else. Anyway, Oh, thanks. You too. Glad you're still hanging out. Have a good one, my guy.